Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, Raila declared his interest to vie for the AUC chairmanship, and that is the contest he is focusing on as of now. In this contest, there are other people also who will be contesting for the same. But it seems Raila has better chance to capture or win that seat. Now, with this move, there is a Kenyan who is also giving his views and reasons why Raila Odinga will win that seat, or is going to be elected as the African Union Commission chair. He has 3 reasons that he believes that are enough to make Raila Odinga the next chair or win the election. Number 1, according to which is a big reminder of 2022 election and the 2017 election and other elections even in 2007. Number 1, that in AU there is no Chebukati. Because of that, Raila will win that election. Remember, Chebukati is the former IBC chairman who has served his 2 terms and retired. Number 2, that in AU there is no CJ Koome. He said Koome. We know we have IG Koome and CJ Mother Koome. So what is focusing on when it comes to presidential election? It is the Supreme Court where CJ is the president. So in AU there is no Koome. Remember, in our previous election, all election has been contested, even in the, is it contesting or what? Has been petitioned in the Supreme Court, presidential election, 2013, 2007, 2017, 2022. So all CJs who have a privilege to serve, they have come across that case. The reason number 3, that all Africans and all leaders in Africa loves Baba. Because of that, Raila will be elected, or he will win the AUC chairmanship. And it's not stopping there. He goes further to remind Kenyans that they will live, or we will live to remember and live to regret, and live regret life, because we refused a change. I don't know how. So we are going to live a regret life because Raila has not become our president, because we refused change here. Therefore, he's still confident that Raila Odinga will deliver for Africa, because Africa is rich in natural resources and many other things. So he's confident enough that Raila will deliver to Africa. Listen to me shortly, then we are going to continue with this discussion.
Mkuweza kujua ya kwamba Baba alikuwa amebeba maono mazuri kwa hii nchi yetu. Niseme ya kwamba Baba, utaenda na utapata kazi, na kila kitu kitafanya upate kazi ni kwa sababu Addis Ababa AU hakuna Chebukati. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni guarantee. Kule hakuna akina Koome. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni guarantee Baba, hicho kiti ni chako. Waafrika na viongozi wote wanakupenda. Baada ya kufanyia kazi juzi, umekuwa kwa upande wa infrastructure na wote walipenda kazi zako. Hivi basi, Wakenya mtaishi kukumbuka, na najua wengi mtaishi maisha ya kuregret kwa sababu mlikataa mabadiliko. Baba, enda kule, fanya mambo makubwa, onyesha Afrika kuna rasilimali, kuna madini, tuna misitu, tuna mambo mengi ambayo kwa saa hizi mtu yoyote ambaye anafanya biashara anajua ya kwamba maeneo ama eneo ambalo lina rasilimali nyingi ni hapa Afrika.
Now we are continuing this panel discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, in as much it looks comic, this message is strong. It has a lot of truth in it. And it is a good reminder to us that from the time Raila has been contesting for presidency, we can remember what has always happened. When he said that there is no Chebukati in the African Union, Addis Ababa, the truth is that in 2017, Maraga nullified election confidently because he was convinced and believed that the election was rigged against Raila Odinga in favor of the Jubilee administration. Maraga did not just arrive at that decision. The Supreme Court judges were not just convinced that they need to nullify election. They was approved beyond any reasonable doubt, especially when he ordered for the opening of servers. Then Mwita came in with other stories of, oh, people are still sleeping in France or where. And all those kind of dramas. So Maraga saw a lot of nonsense, which led to a direction that election was rigged. That's how he nullified the election. Now you come to Chebukati. Not Chebukati. CJ Mother Koome. In 2022, the difference between Ruto and Raila was merely, is it 230 votes? But if you check in that case, there were serious issues that was questioned. But she rubbished everything. Why is it that she never insisted like Maraga that servers should be opened? She did not insist for that. As Kenyans, we would have known exactly who was duly elected president through the ballot if the servers were opened. But she never insisted on that. But she made a ruling in favor of William Ruto. Because of that, there was protest. And the demand was that servers should be open for scrutiny of that results. But it never opened. So she never pushed for that. So up to now, majority of the people who believed in Raila Odinga leadership, those who voted for him, believes that election was rigged. Otherwise, why servers not opened? So akisema there is no CJ Koome in Addis Ababa, is that there's no judge who will make a ruling in favor of a loser at expense of the winner. It can't happen that way. That is what he believes. So Koome really failed the Kenyans here by allowing a person to get the certificate to govern this country without pushing for the servers to be open, really, for us to understand who won that election, because it was narrowly won in terms of what Chebukati gave us. Hiyo haikufanyika. So anaamini hakuna Koome kule Addis Ababa. I believe in that. We go back to Chebukati again. That there is no Chebukati in Addis Ababa. We had commissioners in this country. 4 of them differed with the results because there are 7. It cannot be an even number. It will always be an odd number, so that when it comes to making some decision, you go by the majority. So if you have even number, you can at some point get half-half. So there is a reason why the commissioners will always be an odd number. That reason was rubbished when the result was declared out, the presidential result in 2022. 4 commissioners disagreed with the results, but 2 agreed with the Chebukati, making them 3 to declare Ruto as the president. So Chebukati went with the minorities. It has never happened elsewhere. So judges were even supposed to look deeper into that. They did not. So minority were given their way, and even majority were denied their say. In a democratic country like Kenya, ndio maana nasema kule AU hakuna Chebukati wa kufanya ukora na wachache, kinyume cha ukweli ulio na wengi ambao wanasimamia zile kura ambazo zitapigwa kule. That is his position. I agree with him, because many people believe that Chebukati has really messed us. From 2017, what did he do? He messed the election, and Maraga nullified the election. Therefore, he did not qualify to serve for another term as the chairman of IBC. He did not qualify, but he served. Now, we come to his position number 3. He's saying all Africans and all leaders in Africa loves Baba. That is true. Raila has created good national and international networks. He has so many friends across the African and beyond Africa. So because of the good relationship and friendship he has created for, he can be easily embraced by these leaders. Kina Ramaphosa, Wende Kule, Kina Kagame, now Museveni. You go to Ghana, elsewhere, he has friends. Even some of them were opposition leaders with him, but they cling to power. So he has good connection. Then he can be elected. Lastly, that all Africans love Baba. It is true. Africa is yearning for change. And many who are yearning for change have seen that kind of leader in Raila Odinga, a man who can bring the change that is needed in Africa. Economic change. You talk about political change in terms of reforms. He is a man who has stood for reforms. So therefore, is that leader that majority in Africa would look up to when it comes to the kind of a change they need, someone to push. I don't know your views, but let us know in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.